Brilliant. I've never quite had an introduction like that before. I think I'm going to have to hire you, Leroy, as a PR person. But thank you. Thank you all for being here this evening. It's my great pleasure for me to be here opening the event tonight, our second event, as Leroy has said. And it's fantastic to see so many of you here. At 5 o'clock, we were a bit worried because there weren't many people here. And then I got the phone call from one of my colleagues, who shall remain nameless, and said, "I'm in Shoreditch, Judith, but I'm on my own." To which I said, "Yes, you might be the managing director of London, but you are in the wrong place." Sorry, Andrew, but Andrew was a lonely figure on his way to Shoreditch. So thank you all for coming. And it's great for your support, because it's only us by working together that we can absolutely make these events such a success. And I can't believe that it's over a year ago. I think was it February 29th we launched it. It was on leap year, wasn't it? Where we launched this network well over a year ago with 350 colleagues at Stratford Town Hall. And who was there on that night? Yeah, quite a lot of you. When I started, it was such an overwhelming night. It's one of those nights that will always stay in my memory. My hair's on my arm going now, because it was just such a fantastic event. I've never seen a network being launched with such energy and enthusiasm as that was that night. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Judith, and Leroy's sort of said a bit about me. He sent us, all the speakers, he sent us a list of questions of what he wanted us to say about us, and I sort of said, "Oh, you know me, and there's enough about me, just make something up." I think I should do that more often, because if that's what he makes up, then it sounds quite good. Many of you have probably heard this story before. I've been with the business 19 years, started off on a trainee scheme. My first day in stores was cutting cheese on the deli counter in the morning and jamming donuts in the afternoon. I did get sent home for being rebellious on my first day. At the end of the day, I won't tell you what for, but they rang me up and said, would I come back on day 2, which I did. A lot of my career has been in stores, in personnel around the country. Then I came to this big scary place called head office, where brainy people worked, and it was all very scary and frightening. And then I was the personnel director for stores and for operations for a number of years, before then looking after and leading the people agenda for our international business across Europe and Asia, before I came back to the UK a couple of years ago to take on this role as part of the UK leadership team. I can't express how valuable the events like these are to help our colleagues connect on topics, opportunities and challenges that matter to them. So tonight for me is all about understanding what matters to you and how individually and collectively we can work together to make it better. Hopefully our core purpose is resonating with you from these words. The new core purpose that was launched last October at the company conference is about we make what matters better together. Every one of you in the room this evening is brought together by being part of one team. It's a big team, and it's our team, the Tesco team. Whatever your background, whatever your experience, whatever your qualifications, if you've got loads or if you've got none like me, whatever your ambition, your ability or your aspirations, every one of our 330,000 colleagues across the UK play a really important role in making what matters better for our customers, our communities, and of course for each other. It's people who are at the heart of Tesco, whether they are our customers or our colleagues. And every one of these, whether it's the hundreds of thousands of colleagues or the millions of customers who walk through our doors each week, are individuals and different in some way. Through our values, this should work. No, it doesn't. Help! Oh no, that's not me. No, we did have a slide, but we don't have a slide. Okay. No, we don't go to elephants yet. Is it? Right, okay. You can tell I've practiced this, can't you? Hey, hey. Talk about thinking on your feet. So These are our values, for our colleague values, about what matters to colleagues in our business. And when we went out and we did the research, we actually said, what matters to you as an individual? And this is what they told us. They want to be proud of what they do. They want to have a great place to work that's happy, honest and inspiring. They want opportunities for everybody to be at their best. They want to build relationships that's based on shared values and respect. And they want the ability to contribute, to make a difference, and actually, probably most importantly, to be themselves. Now, you probably thought, why on earth was there a slide of an elephant and a giraffe? So what I thought I'd do is share with you a short story before we kick off the event. And it's quite a subtle story. I've tested it with a couple of people since I've been here tonight. A couple of people went, yeah, I really get it. There's some real key messages in that. And a couple of other people went, what? What's she on about? So we'll see. But if you don't try something new, you never learn. So that's my motto. So for those of you who know me, I'm a lover of animals. So about being myself, which is what we all are here for, is I've picked a story about four-legged creatures, but not your usual ones that walk around your house like your dogs or your cats. I'm going to tell a story about an elephant and a giraffe. Now, the giraffe is the animal, not the restaurant business that we've just bought. Because I thought about that, I thought, oh no, we're not talking about, and we're not going to have any horse meat jokes, please, this evening either as well. So, once upon a time, a giraffe and an elephant met at a conference, and they decided to set up a business together. So they arranged to meet at Giraffe's house to discuss the plans. Elephant came, but had difficulties in getting into the house. The door was very tall and narrow. Giraffe waited impatiently as Elephant heaved and hoed, huffed and puffed, and finally squeezed himself through the door. "Have you thought of going on a diet?" said Giraffe. "It'd make it easier for you to fit through the door." Elephant replied, "No." Inside, Giraffe invited Elephant to have a cup of tea in the kitchen. Elephant looked at the stool to where he was to sit and tried to get on it. But it was very high, and Elephant didn't think he would fit on it, so he decided to stand. "Haven't you thought of joining the gym?" asked Giraffe. "You need to limber up a bit." Elephant said, "No, never had a problem before." Giraffe then asked Elephant to go to the office, which was upstairs. But the steps were designed for Giraffe's feet and were narrow and widely spaced. Elephant couldn't make his way upstairs. "This is hopeless," he said. "I'll never make it up there." Giraffe then said, "Haven't you thought about taking up ballet and being a bit more nimble and lighter on your feet?" Elephant went, "No." The meeting never happened. Giraffe blamed the elephant, and the elephant blamed Giraffe's house. So those of you looking, some of you are looking as though you get it, and some of you as though you're looking a bit confused. But the motto of that, no, that's not the one I wanted. No, where's the other elephant slide? No. No, okay, we'll listen with that one. So the story of the elephant and the giraffe, either you remember tonight was that woman, that mad woman who sort of stood up and talked about elephant and giraffes, but there is a subtlety in the story. And the story of the elephant and the giraffe for me highlights that when we use a tunnel vision approach, not only do we exclude people to the detriment of their feelings, but by also we can miss out on opportunities. So actually, the elephant actually missed out on an opportunity about being looking at things differently and being innovative. And Giraffe just wasn't putting himself in the elephant's shoes about the feelings and was just kept asking him to do things differently. The story may show us the differences between the giraffe and the elephant, but what makes the person sitting to your left different to that person sitting from your right? And why am I using the word different? I mention difference because I want all of us to recognise throughout Tesco that we should respect, embrace and support difference in its widest sense. It could be your education, it could be your age, it could be your beliefs, it could be your hair colour, it could be your accent, so me from the north. In order for us as a business to grow and be successful, our team, the broadest team, will need to be made up of difference. Without difference, Tesco will not be able to grow. We all share and support the same Tesco values. However, we bring our own unique skills and strengths, which is fantastic because every one of us can bring the benefit of these to the broader Tesco team. It's okay to be sat in a meeting with a group of people and going, I feel a bit different, I've got a different view, I've got a different perspective. It's absolutely okay. Without our difference and uniqueness, we as a company would not have the ambition or the imagination. Some people think of difference as a hindrance, as something that will prevent them from getting on. I say a difference can turn you into the success that you can be. The success that only you can make through your own belief. Know who you are, the success that you can be, and finally, be confident in achieving that success. The biggest piece of advice that I could give anybody would to be yourself. Be yourselves and don't have a personality transplant. Your character and your integrity, like the rest of the team, is the cement that's holding you together. My view is that whoever you are, whatever you do, wherever you work, you have the opportunity to realise your potential. Potential is absolutely fundamental to your own self-belief. Every one of you here in this room today has the ability. What you do with that ability is absolutely down to you. Others can help, others can support you, but only you can or cannot develop your ability. Nobody else. One of the powerful lessons that I've learnt throughout my career is that it's impossible for every one of us to be the best at everything we can do. Some people think they can, but they can't. But all of us have the potential to be our best. I want you to be the best that you can be and to realise your potential. Finally, I just want to talk to you about the new leadership skills. Many of you will have heard about them, and these are the new skills that we feel are important for our leaders of the future to lead the business our customers and our colleagues want and need it to be. Oh, got a slide, hey? Got there in the end. There's 5 of them. So before we had quite a convoluted 17 CSS, different leadership framework. These are the 5 new leadership skills. Collaboration, empathy, responsiveness, resilience, and innovation. If you reflect on the last 10 minutes that I've been speaking, a lot of my words will be linking to one of these skills. So if you think about growing and new ideas, that's innovation. It's about being yourself and not holding you back, moving yourself forward. That's about resilience. If you think about if the giraffe had put himself in the elephant's shoes, that's empathy. And actually working together as the Tesco team, so we achieve more by being whole than the sum of our parts. That's all about collaboration. For me, though, the 2 most important skills up there are collaboration and empathy. Working together so we achieve more through collaboration is critical. And putting people at the heart of what we do, understanding how others feel, responding appropriately, being warm and welcoming, and taking time to see, hear, and recognise others, that for me is one of the most powerful and most important things we can do and really make a difference. That's all about showing empathy. So I'd like to leave you all with this thought. Hurdle over those barriers that lay ahead. The only barrier to achieving your dream is you. Grasp every opportunity, be yourself, and never doubt yourself for 1 minute. Make the most of these networking events. They're absolutely fantastic, and they're a key part of you realising your potential. Speak to people who are facing the same challenges as you. Speak to the people who've gone through those challenges, overcome those barriers, and achieve their dream. I'm really proud of all of our networks at Tesco, and they are really a differentiating factor for our business, whether that be the Women in Leadership, our Asian network out at Tesco, this network, or the soon-to-be launched network for our disabled colleagues. They all really can make a difference. Before I finally close and hand over to Andrew, I'd just like to, on behalf of everybody in this room, do a couple of thank yous. Doing something like this is a mammoth job, and it's it's hard work, and it's quite frightening as well, being responsible for an event like this and making it engaging and powerful. And the people have done it as part of the committee, as part of their day job, and shown real leadership, energy and passion. So on behalf of everybody in the room, I'd like to thank Stephen Owusu, Norma Facey, Leroy Robinson, Rachel Thomas, Vicky Wilkinson, Jeff Graham, Paulette Balson, Mark Abelor and Jodie Clark. Thank you for being a fantastic committee and leading this event. Before I hand over to Andrew Yaxley, I've got one final announcement that I'd like to make, and that's about sharing the achievement of one of our colleagues here in this room. And that's the fantastic achievement of Stephen Owusu, who's co-chair of the ABC network. Where are you, Stephen? Lost you. Stephen? Where is he? Come down here. You're hiding. So, while Stephen's walking down the stairs, for those of you who don't know, Stephen has just been voted Manager of the Year in the General Merchandise 2013 Values Awards. A massive well done. It's a brilliant achievement and well deserved. Well done. Well done. Thank you. Hopefully you took some words of wisdom for the last 10 minutes. If not, at least you'll go home thinking about a story about an elephant and a giraffe. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Make the most of it. And I'd like to hand over to Andrew Yaxley.